In this video, I'm gonna show you how I completely solved my sciatica naturally with no pills, no surgery, just using movement alone and barely any equipment. You can really do this at a gym or in your home. If you've dealt with sciatica, just understand that I'm gonna show everything at a different level, so a beginner or someone who's dealing with minor pain can get some benefit. So what is sciatica? This numbing sort of pain down the leg, can stem all the way into the foot. It can be in the low back as well. The biggest principle that you want to understand from this video is every inch that you gain in range of an area, pain decreases. Now, how do you gain range in an area? Stretching it and strengthening it at the same time. All right, so to begin, we're going to work the couch stretch to open up the front side of the hip. Now, I like to start everybody off by using an incline bench before we get to the floor and working at a pretty easy level so that they don't have any sort of pinching or anything weird going on with the hip. So you basically want to slide the foot completely against the incline bench, and you can literally just start here. If you're feeling a stretch down the middle quad muscle, that's good. You want to slowly bring the chest up higher and then inch the foot further back, kicking actively into the bench itself, bringing the chest higher, deep breath into the middle quad muscle, trying to make it active. So I'm stretching it, but I'm also strengthening it because I'm kicking actively into the pad itself. And so we're going to work this for about a minute each side. If you can progress, you can lean back even further and master that. You can also increase the bench height so it becomes more difficult. But really what I like to do is progress most people to the floor variation. You can use couch cushions if you need to. Basically, putting both knees down, you slide one knee completely back against the wall. Then you're going to bring this other leg around. Now, most people already still will just feel the stretch in this middle quad right away. So they start here, and it's pretty difficult. So you want to spend time in this position, and then slowly, over time, you work up higher and higher, kicking actively behind you. Week after week, you'll slowly see more range in that quad, working higher and higher, eventually getting to the point where you can go all the way back, head to the wall. But this is advanced, and it took me about 3 to 4, 5, 6 months to be able to really get back there. You really just want to work here and just feeling out the stretch down the leg on each side, spending at least a minute, whether you're working this variation or the floor. The next movement is going to be the pigeon push-up. We want to open up the outside of the hip that sort of stems into that sciatic pain. So we use a 90-90 position. If you can't get into this position comfortably or you feel cramping on the outer hip, you can straighten this leg out to there. Now, the goal is to really stay in that 90-90. I'll face the camera so that you guys can see the angle. If it's too difficult or you don't feel the glute being activated on the outside, you can bring this foot inward. This can help in the beginning. Eventually, you want to slowly bring it outward as you progress out of it. So I'll start here. Hands are going to be right here, okay? One's about even with the knee, one is about even with the glute. The goal is you want to reach down as deep as we possibly can, getting the chest over the knee, trying to bring this shoulder more this way. So if this is my left knee, my right shoulder's going this way. Reaching over, trying to feel that stretch in that outer glute area. Once I feel the stretch, I'm going to press my knee into the floor. So I'm trying to stretch this and then strengthen it. So I'm here, I reach down as deep as I possibly can, and then I press the knee. It's like a push-up for my glute. So my hands are for help, and I'm controlling the way down, spending time in the bottom, and pressing back up. As I progress, I want to bring this foot further out, and then really just try to get my chest in line with my knee, and pressing out of it again. You want to work about 10 to 15 reps each side. Work very, very slow. And again, if you need, you can straighten out this leg so that you don't have cramping on the back hip. And also, what you can do is twist more to this side so that you're able to feel this glute activate. Eventually, though, you do want to get to the point where you can get clean reps just like this, getting the chest to be able to actually touch the knee itself and then driving the knee into the floor to build this stretch strength for the glute. Okay, moving on to the hip flexors. We are using the ATG split squat. I have these levels so that you can see how to progress. We are going to work first an ATG split squat hold. Now, why do we work this? We want to get the glutes to start firing again. Also want to gain ankle mobility. I'm using help with assistance just so that you can see what level you can progress from. So this back leg knee, I don't want it to be bent so much. I want to extend that back leg knee and try to get the most knee over forward. You want to get my glutes almost touch my ankle. If you can't and you're here, that's fine too. And so you just want to work at your level, holding as much assistance as you need to. If that's fine, that's here, then work there. You're holding 30 seconds each side, okay? Controlling the way down, trying to get the knee maximally over my toe. The back leg knee is active into the ground. You can see that I have a little bit of shaking going on. That we want to really open up this hip flexor while also gaining ankle mobility, right? The more that my knee can go over my toe, the more ankle mobility I can have. Another thing is that the glute medius, okay, this is the main glute muscle that will fire whenever you're driving forward. As you come out of it, it will fire. So like I said, you want to start just by holding for 30 seconds. Eventually, when you can progress without assistance, you want to work pulses. So controlling up and controlling back down, really trying to feel this glute fire as much as you can. Also, trying to keep the back leg active, which will fire the backside glute. We're just trying to get blood flow to the glutes where we have that sciatica pain without gaining pain. So we're here, and I'm controlling up and controlling back down, trying to feel this glute fire. Now, you can progress to lower levels. You can use assistance again at that lower level. And same thing, you can start with the hold for 30 seconds and then eventually progress to controlling in and out of the movement. You're gonna get a lot of blood flow and strengthening for the knee as well. But really, it's gonna help you in the mobility at the bottom and trying to really strengthen the glute itself. So you can progress from here to there, and then eventually the true goal is to be able to hold this in the bottom without any assistance, trying to keep that ankle down. This is a good testament to show you basically you have no sciatica, you're very mobile, you're strong in the position. And so this is sort of the blueprint to use the ATG split squat. Next movement is the seated good morning. This is gonna help with the inner but also the outer hips. Most people start at a very beginner level, so I'm gonna start where I would start a beginner. You wanna bring the feet, so there's not knees over toes, it's knees behind toes. So the feet are out in front of you. If I draw a line straight down, my ankle is in front. My feet are basically 45 degrees pointed outward, not crazy, just here. The big focus is that I want to actively push out my glutes, trying to get my belly button and my chest to go straight in this direction while keeping my spine straight. The chin up, keeping the chin up helps you keep that spine straight, meaning my back is not rounded. You can start just by reaching out. Remember, actively trying to squeeze the glutes here, pushing knees out. They're gonna want to cave in. You don't want to let them cave in. Reach and you press back up. Knees get wide, I tap, try to keep the chin up, back up. And so you're working at this very easy level right here. You want to eventually progress to lower level and bring the hands on the head, pushing these out, trying to tap the belly button. Again, if my chest starts going down, it's no good, not a good rep. You want to see my spine be completely straight, and I press back up. So this should be a slow progression. You should work at the high height for a good period of time and then slowly progress. I would say 4 weeks in, you can progress to the next level and the next level, depending on what level of sciatica you're dealing with. Push knees out, reach, press back up. The more time you spend with the shoulders over the hips, the more you will gain mobility in the groin and the glute. And then further progression, obviously, is working to a lower level. See, my chin is still up, and eventually getting to flat ground. This is where we would want to add weight. So for example, for the sake of the video, I have a 20-pound dumbbell, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like weighted. So all we're doing here, same idea, kind of at the edge of the bench. My feet are far out in front of me. pushing my knees out. I'm gonna grab the dumbbell here and I'm gonna let it hang, pushing knees out, reach out the chest and the chin, actively with the knees, getting as deep as you can, pressing back up. Spending time in the rep is really the key. And if you're just working here and that's where you know that you have a good straight spine, but you don't want to round, work there. And then eventually progress to deeper and deeper levels. That's the Sciatica good morning. And finally, the last movement, I'm going to show you all the steps to be able to regain bending and actually rounding the spine, not feeling the sciatic pain again. If you've gone through every movement up to this point consistently, you should be able to handle this. So we're going to work the elephant walk. Now, usually with people with sciatica, if they just bend a little bit, they're going to feel that pain. So it's important that you use those first 4 movements and progress. You want to start here with the hands pretty high at a high height. You want to bend both knees and then extend one leg, holding for a good time, and then bend both knees again and switch. Notice how I just went lower. The goal is to progress lower and lower, bending the elbows, rounding the spine more, working to a deeper and deeper level over time. You're bending both knees and then extend one out. Bend and extend. You want to eventually progress to a deeper level, bending both, extending one leg, and eventually getting like a deeper rounding of the spine. You want to be patient. You don't want to rush through anything. Okay? And so alternating between sides, I like to get at least 10 to 15 reps each leg. So spending a lot of time in the position. Now, as you progress with the elephant walk, you want to eventually get to this level where your your hand is on the ground and you're bending both and extending one. Finally, a bonus movement that kind of goes hand in hand with the elephant walk is the Jefferson curl. Now, this can be used with a slant. I'm going to show it without the slant, and then I'll show it with. Basically, you start in an upright position like this, round the head first, then the shoulders, keep the legs locked out, super slow on the way down, keep that control, reach the hands down to the floor as low as you possibly can, really just letting the spine relax. And then I'm slowly coming back up, stacking each vertebrae until I come back to that straight posture. Now, 6 to 8 reps is plenty. You want to progress from the elephant walk to that movement. And then finally, the next level is the slant Jefferson curl. I like to put feet halfway on, halfway off, and work the same movement, being super patient. That is the key, is being super patient, breathing through the movement, control at the bottom, almost decompress, really relax as much as you can. If that is here for you or here, that's fine too as well. I've gained mobility over time with doing all these movements. And then really focus on that control, stacking each vertebrae on the way up, back to the top, to that straight posture. Now, leave a comment below if this video has really helped you, or if it hasn't. I'd like some feedback. And if you guys saw benefit from this video, but you still maybe want more progress for yourself, check the link down below for coaching with me and my team. You'll be able to book a call with us. We can set you up, get to go through movements with you live. The purpose of this is to be able to help somebody who was previously in the situation that I was in get out of pain and not have to do it in sort of a synthetic, pain-killing way or relying on a doctor, etc. So hopefully I was able to do that in this video. This is also just a great way to get mobile as an athlete, regardless if you have sciatica or not. You may just have a low back flare-up. This video could also help you as well. So don't think this isn't for everyone, because it is. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching.